Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Attack on Titan. This is season 3, episode 1. So, yeah, finally getting into the third season, which is divided into two parts 22 episodes overall through the entire season. And then there are even more episodes, presumably, in the final season. So, just still have a ways to go, but we've just enjoyed the journey so fucking much up until this point. It's quickly, rising up in the ranks of like our favorite series watched
Or
on this
just
channel.
it has the most enjoyment value. Could you say that?
Yeah,
it's
it's really like, we just enjoy it so much, and it's so intriguing and mysterious. The story is so, yeah, it's really interesting the way that they are giving us a little bit of the time, and then we have these what would seem like a big revelation, but that'll just give us even more questions that needs answers down the line. And it's, we still don't have the full picture of everything that's going on, but we are attached to all of the characters and the story. And just season 2 was short, but so much happened, and just it happened in the span of a few days, inside of the actual story. The twists and turns therein, and then the way that we ended things with that big battle, and Eren, his new abilities, or the conduit that's inside of it, whatever that is, and ending on Erwin saying that we're one step closer to the truth, at least. Like, a lot of shit is going down, and he lost his fucking arm, but oh, and they also found out that, yeah, Titans are humans turned into Titans, and that's a big revelation overall.
even though we did suspect it for
Oh
quite
yeah,
a
yeah,
while.
definitely. Like, yeah, we suspected it for quite a while, and I'm sure someone like Hanji suspected something like that for quite a while, but it wasn't a known fact, or it wasn't a truth until this point. And that was then what made Erwin sort of smile in the end, in face of everything that happened, but still, because of we are now one step closer to the truth. And then we also, before we got into, or before we're getting into season 3 here, and after season 2, we watched a couple of OVAs, Lost Girls part 1 and 2, with Detective Annie doing her thing there, so going a little bit back in time. And it seems like, yeah, that was definitely the right place to watch it, because shouldn't have watched it before season 2, because then like we maybe would have found out about some of the big twists inside of that second season if we had watched it beforehand. And watching it now before going into season 3, yeah, it's a viewing order that we've been recommended, and we're sort of sticking to that. But do you have anything you want to say beforehand?
No.
Nope. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it. And you can, of course, always check out our full length reactions, where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Man, I'm so excited. Here we go.
壁の向こうには海があるとアルミンが言った。
Oh, whoa.
It grew his hair.
海の向こうには
Got older as well, perhaps?
俺は何が
Oh,
ある
well,
と思って
of
たんだ。
course he got older, but a lot older.
His eyes kind of looked more
Blue?
blue.
Yeah. Or maybe that was just a reflection from the sky.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anywho, we got a new intro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it.
Not gonna look at it. No, there aren't necessarily any spoilers.
No,
but we
but-
talked about it. We're just staying clear, because it might feed into our theories, and we don't want to.
お前ら入る前にちゃんと埃や泥を落としてきたか。
あ？やってねえ。この荷物いいねえのか。
Okay, and now it seems his hair is not as long, and so
We'll be back.
yeah.
おかえり。
あれ巻き割りしてたの？巨人に掴まれたんだからまだ動いちゃダメだよ。
止めたのに効かねえんだ。さっきなんて腹筋してたからな。
Okay, so this is not that long after everything that happened at the end of season 2.
なんで僕らが新しいリヴァイ班に選ばれたんだろ
They're the new Levi
エレン
squad.
とヒストリアを守る重要な任務なの。
優秀だからじゃないですか。
サシャ、今バッグに何入れたの？
What did you
パ
do?
ンのようなものは何？
Nothing bread related. Not good enough.
時間は十分にあったはずだが。ハンジが実験始めたくてうずうずして待ってるぞ。
The experiment?
Oh.
今度は様子が違うようだが、そしてエレンのケツが出ている。
わかってるよ。
What the hell happened?
ハンジさん待って。エレンから血が出ています。
エレンの顔が早くして。
目撃者がいないか確認。はい。
No one can see what they're doing.
お前はエレンと同じ馬車に乗れ。
はい。
He's awfully quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, and who's that now?
うまくいけば一日足らずで志願しなくに開いた穴を塞げるということだったが、
何しろ情報がない。あとはクリスタ。いや、ヒストリアレイス。あいつから壁についての情報をたどるか。
貴族レース教の隠し子、確かに不幸ではあったらしい。だがただの地方貴族がなぜ壁の秘密を知ることができるのかが謎だ。
Yeah. Oh. Pastor Nick.
エレン。
俺のせいでウォールマリア奪還作戦がまた遠のいたな。俺はとにかく獣の巨人と戦えりゃ。
I'm not sure you want to do that.
The fact that he's still holding it together, Connie, is really impressive.
エレンもみんなも辛いだろうけどやりたいことがはっきりしていて、私はユミルがいなくなって何をしたいのかわからなくなった。
ユミルを助けたいんじゃないのか。
ユミルは自分の生き方を自分で選んだ。もう私が何かする権利はないし、必要もない。
なんかやっとまともに話したな。
ごめん。もうみんなに優しくていい子のクリスタはいないの。
いや、なんかその方がいいんじゃね。前は無理して顔作ってる感じで不自然で正直気持ち悪かったよ。
そう。
Really got away with words there, Aaron, huh?
Not really.
そういえばあれは。
You thought of something there?
Yeah.
死んだんだよ。憎しさが
Yeah. He
Oh,
was killed by
殺され
someone.
たんだ。
That's what happened. Okay, that's why they didn't show us.
トロストクの兵士。
Why the fuck?
強盗殺人事件だからな。
Robbery murder.
そんなわけないだろう。爪が剥がされていたぞ。
お前の所属はどこだ？第4分隊長ハンジズエと副隊長モブリット・バーナーです。お前らの出る幕じゃない。
中央第一憲兵団。
お前らのような出がらしと違って使える兵士は今忙しい。
自分が使えない兵士やっているせいかな。握手させてください。そっか。強盗にあったのか、ニック。
There's a reason why she's rubbing his hand.
ニックはウォール教の司祭だったのですか？
She's really playing
何
Steve.
を言っている。
彼とは個人的な友人でして。
貴様。
でも、私はニックのすべてを知ってるわけではなかったということなのでしょう。
おい、話せ。
すいません、つい。悪党どもは必ず私の友人が受けた以上の苦痛をその身で生きながら体験することになるでしょう。ああ、かわいそうに。
Basically just telling them to their faces. Wow.
Okay, so they did it. But why did they do it?
兵士を使って殺しに来るなんて私が甘かった。私の責任だ。
Slurp.
ニックの爪は何枚剥がされていた。
一瞬しか見えなかったけど、見えた限りの爪は全部。
喋るやつは1枚で喋るが、喋らねえやつは何枚剥がしたって同じだ。
Okay.
自分の信じるものを最後まで曲げることはなかったらしい。
Well, that's true.
エレビン団長から伝令です。
全員撤収だ。ここは捨てる。すべての痕跡を消せ。
Okay.
Okay, yeah. military police moved in.
調査兵団の壁外調査を全面凍結。エレンとヒストリアを引き渡せってな。
Oh fuck.
それと私が手紙を受け取った直後、団長のところにも憲兵団が。
Shit.
トロスト区へエレンたちを移動させる。
なぜあえてニック司祭が殺されたトロスト区に？
まだごたついてるトロスト区の方が紛れやすい。それに一方的に狙われるのは不利だ。ハンジ、お前の班から何人か借りるぞ。
もちろん。ハニさん、これユミルとベルトルトが話していたことを思い出したことがあって、話す時間がなかったんだよ、ここに。分かった。
Okay.
後で読ませてもらうよ。奴ら随分と素早いですね。
それ鍛え方が違うからな、あのチビは。
知り合いなんですか？
古いな。
What the fuck?
十分用意がある。慌てずに並べ。
さすが王様、気前いいですね。
That's what I wanted you to believe.
食い物で釣られると人間は弱い。
Someone noticed them.
Yeah.
And those two people following that we saw, they're definitely talking about Levi.
憲兵団は失敗したようだが、すぐに戻って探索を続けます。いや、もうすぐ手に入るだろう。あれが動いている。
I already hate these people.
Yeah. What the fuck is going on?
He's just got a
気がつけろ。
Yeah.
Spidey sense.
They just grabbed Eren and Historia. Oh wait, no. Yeah, but it's not the right ones, is it? It was Armin and someone else.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
she yelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Sorry, I
whole
was just
space, so it's Sean.
posing as Eren again.
Ew. Ew. Oh my freaking god.
これだけは二度とごめんだと思ってたんだ。
Mikasa, please go in there and do something about that.
Slice him up or something. Castrate him.
なんでそんなのを使ったんだか。とりあえず、奴らを抑えたらすぐに合流しろ。
了解。
Oh, she's gonna deal with them.
念のために言っておくことがある。アルミンたちにも伝えろ。
What? Tell them what? You guys are fucked.
Yep.
動くなよ。
近くには誰もいねえ。
Ah,
どこ
nice.
に当たるかわかりませんよ。とりあえずこいつらここに拘束して兵士長と合流する。兵士長の命令、それと伝言も。
What message?
何か妙だ。中央憲兵が使う手じゃない。奴らは気ぐらいが高い。素人は使わない。どこかでこういう。ニーファ、切り裂きケニーを知ってるか？
憲兵が100人以上も喉を裂かれたという。でも何年か前に流行った都市伝説ですよね。
ガキの頃、奴と暮らした時期。
Whoa.
What?
Okay.
目標を集団でつけるときは、両斜め後方と見晴らしのいい高台。
リバ
No. No.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck. Son of a bitch. So that's Kenny the
Wow.
Ripper?
And he has a team?
What the shit?
Whoa.
Whoa, what a fucking cliffhanger. Okay, shit. That certainly is like, it didn't come out of nowhere or anything like that, because there was like few hints throughout the episode that someone was watching them, and it didn't seem like the usual just the military police watching them or one of their agents or something that had to do with the nobles. Like, this is something else. And,
Yeah,
and why or what or why of like how that's all happening right now. We obviously don't know that yet, but there was a clue or two, and then towards the end, and I was thinking it when they were sitting there, Levi and sorry, I didn't even really catch her name before she died.
It looked like it was spelled Nifa.
Yeah,
but they didn't. It didn't sound like they were pronouncing it like Nifa.
Okay, but either way, I was when they were sitting there, and Levi was like, something's off. Something's gonna go wrong here. I thought to myself, she's gonna get shot, isn't she? Like someone's going to get shot, and that's exactly what happened. And they tried to take out Levi as well, but of course he's too fast, and it's just Kenny. Who the fuck? Why?
Yeah,
why now?
We did see two people just very quickly talk,
Mm.
and I guess it was that Kenny person, and
Yeah, when they talked about the little runt.
exactly the
Yeah.
little runt, and that's definitely Levi also, because then Levi said to Neva just before that guy attacked, he said like, have you ever heard about Kenny the Ripper? And I think it's based on the
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper,
Yeah.
But he was like, have you heard about him? And she was like, it's an urban legend, and it was like many years ago. And then he was like, no, because I actually spent time with him.
I lived with him.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's also how we should have connected, like that guy from before, that was him. Yeah.
Yes,
because,
exactly.
Yeah, he was like, I know him, and then Levi was, I know him, and then yeah.
Yeah. We saw someone in a trench coat and a hat, and I think that's very much... Well, this wasn't what he was wearing there when he attacked them. Then he was all armored up, and they have those interesting looking guns that it looks like it's kind of connected to their maneuver gear, or maybe it uses some of the same technology with the air.
Yeah.
So, and they're all also very good at using the maneuvering gear.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that, because when we saw No Regrets with Levi, and we thought, okay, well, that's his backstory then, but it didn't really tell us exactly like how and why he was so damn good at everything he did, and especially also soaring through the city using the maneuver gear. And like, I'm just saying, maybe it's he learned all of that stuff from this guy and from these criminals, and then he got away from them somehow. And I'm sure we're gonna get the actual
probably,
backstory.
yeah.
It seems like we might be, diving more into the past yet again during this season, getting some of these backstories or some of the stuff that led to everything that is going on now in present time. But certainly also came a bit out of nowhere still, I would say.
I was just about to say, if this feels somewhat disconnected than the previous seasons, it feels somehow disconnected to the whole thing and the whole plot and everything. Not necessarily, I'm sure we're gonna get into this whole thing like during the season, and there's definitely some correlations there. But right now, it just, as you say, it feels like it's out of left field basically, and it in that way just feels disjointed in a way. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just what I feel right now, and we're possibly supposed to feel it's kind of disjointed, because it doesn't seem like these people have anything to do with anyone we've ever met, except for Levi. But he hasn't really talked about.
Yeah, and why, what motive could they have, like, for going after Eren and Historia like this, and going after Levi? Are they working for someone? Were they hired? Or, because what Levi said about Kenny is that he slit the throats of like over 100 military police. So it can't be the military police wanting to work with this guy when they probably tried to find him and arrest him for a long time. Yeah,
they're obviously after. I don't know if they've been hired by the nobles, because we also saw like the Lord Rice.
Oh yeah,
Lord
we had
Rice
that. We had that short scene where they were actually saying that
it's in motion.
It's in motion, and the military police can't, like, they're out of the equation, sort of, where they're not gonna. It seemed like, yeah, they were gonna go with a different approach, a different solution, other than using the military police, because it was like the military police failed again.
Yeah.
So. And
then they're just hiring some mercs to do that, and
because they're willing to go that far to protect their fucking secrets.
Yeah, and they probably suspected that they were gonna try and trip them up. So like with the whole decoy situation. So we had Armin and Sean being
body doubles again.
Yeah, and then they were taken by amateurs, and that was what Levi was very
that's how
astutely
he
observing. Yeah. And he said, like, these people are amateurs. The military police would never do that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but
this guy would.
Yeah, and
there's someone I know who would do that.
And they were, even though they were looking at the wagon,
mm-hmm.
other people were looking at the wagon. So it was obviously they were just trying to lure attention away from Eren and Historia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so
who is you're saying?
I think that was these. I don't know what the gang is called, but Kenny Ripper,
Kenny and the others. Yeah. But I'm just thinking that Levi put all of these clues together and then put two together, and he was like, okay, yes, it's it can't be the military police. They don't work like this. And Kenny knew what Levi was going to do because he probably trained Levi. So that's how they knew about, Levi's strategies, and probably with using a body double or the whole distraction part of it. But he also had an important message that we didn't hear to our group there. And at least nothing happened to any of them, but I feel really bad for the scouts that we just lost, and some of them was from Hanji's team even. It's different, and because it's not the whole Titan thing, and of course it's still
connected,
related in some way, but it is more of a human on human violence, and we're really getting inside the city again. But it's also like we haven't had time to delve into these things or this side of things, because it wasn't up until towards the end of season 1, and of course a lot happened in season 1, but a lot of it was also happening during the same time periods, so it wasn't spread out over a lot of time necessarily, besides like the big time jumps we had at the beginning. So just really only scratching the surface in season 1, and then season 2 was so focused, and everything really only happened in the span of a couple of days there. And now they are, switching their attention to, or the focus to, okay, here's how it's going to be connected to these nobles and the people at the center, and why the walls are there, and that whole plot. So I definitely think that's what we're going to get into now. But my head is already buzzing just from this first episode.
I'm also interested in knowing these nobles again. What side of things are they on? Because I think we did pretty early on. We kind of clocked the whole Titan thing as being a means of
controlling.
Yeah, and like
population.
It was actually all along it was just about human versus human, and then Titans were kind of like more like a tool.
Yeah.
Rather than it was an actual like
faction of its own.
Faction of its own, or like an enemy of its own.
Yeah, or a race even necessarily. It's just it's a tool, it's a weapon, it's a means to an end. And we've had of course that flashback in season 2 with Emilia and the injection and getting pushed out over the wall, and now it is public information that the reason why we can kill Titans by cutting them of the nape there, that very specific spot, is because there's a human inside of there, and that's
because it's kind of similar to humans, where you have the spinal cord running down there, and the reason why like this specific part cuts out the regenerative abilities of the Titans. So specifically for the Titans that are not like the Titans that are actually like controlled by a human.
Oh, I think there is a human in there. It's just they can't.
Okay.
They just that's what it said in the
Yeah,
thing.
but it just whenever we've seen like Titans being sliced up, we haven't seen there were actually humans inside of that piece they chunked out.
No,
you know?
yeah, that's true.
So-
But they also vanish immediately after, so they're never able to analyze the remains of a Titan.
I wouldn't say it vanishes immediately after.
No, but they start to vanish or evaporate or whatever.
I just think that if you actually like if you chunk the thing out of them, then the human would be
maybe they're
visible
just
when
such
the-
an like have become like just such a part of the Titan that there used to be a human there, and it's still where. I don't know. I'm just going on
Yeah,
what
I'm
that,
sorry,
that
it's
the
just-
public information thing said.
Yeah, and you might be right, and it did say that, but I'm just so confused as to why we haven't seen it yet. Then
Because that would give away the plot.
I know, but I just think that sometimes that seems more like a plot armor thing rather than
more
an actual
convenient than.
than actual like. It takes away a little bit like the illusion and the realist. It's not realistic, I know.
No.
It's
But inside of the parameters of this world. they're created.
yeah. It's,
But I'm sure it's like it's all gonna fit together, and there's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
explanations
that's-
for
yeah.
everything. But at least we are staying vigilant, and we try to notice like every little detail,
but
even
it's,
if it makes sense to us or not.
but we're only watching it once. For the this like one time, first time, and we're bound to miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Sure, they know that. But some other stuff still happened inside of the episode. We started out with a longer-haired, older-looking Eren.
Mhm.
So a bit of a flash forward there, if you will. And then the episode started, and we were back in the present, and we got our team together, and they're sort of protecting Eren and Historia because they know that people want to get to them, and they are very, very important for different reasons. And then they were also doing experiments with Eren, which was almost like nightmare fuel with like the way that his face looked when Hanji pulled him out, and it was just. That didn't go well, and it seems like they almost just scrapped that plan altogether.
Yeah, because they were trying to
Plug.
use like the hardening
yeah.
ability to kind of plug the hole in the wall, but
They were supposed they could do that in just a span of one day or something if Eren could get it to work.
yeah, but if he doesn't know how it works, it's really hard to figure that out.
Yeah,
and
and it seems like he can't even like get into Titan form properly anymore.
I think he might be very stressed, and I think it's just gonna help. Like it's not gonna help, but it's gonna diminish the success criterion if he's being stressed out.
Oh, okay, it's gonna make it harder to.
Yeah, I can't English right now.
it's fair enough. I have a hard time Englishing as well when there's just so much going on out there, and you want to articulate all of your thoughts, but it's not your first language, and then it's like sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we had some other great and interesting scenes here and there. With I love the scene with Hanji just not confronting these military police guys, but just playing the fool, grabbing the hand of that guy and just saying all of these things and just really probing them just to be 100% sure. It's just I love Hanji as a character so much, and I hope they're gonna stick around for a long while. And also I like Moblit, or however you pronounce his name, the guy who's very loyal to Hanji and always sort of being her bodyguard or hanging around or doing things that Hanji is telling him to do. So it's nice to see some consistency there, of course, with the characters and getting to know some of them more and more. Never really got to know the people we lost in this episode, unfortunately, but
we didn't get to have all the secrets from Pastor Nick.
That's true. Pastor Nick, he died. He got full on tortured by the military police and then killed, but he was in the end, very loyal to whatever it is that he's loyal to. Didn't want to divulge any of those secrets. Maybe they could have gotten to him if it just had some more time. But again, now he's gone. So what to do about it?
And his story was kind of not necessarily mourning the loss of Ymir, well, like not the loss, but at least like the split with Ymir. She was very sad about it, and also even told Eren straight out, like, I've lost my will to put on a smiley face, and like who I was once is just gone with Ymir. Basically,
happy-go-lucky, positive Krista is no more, and I honestly I don't know what my place is in all of this. Like, I don't know. I don't have any goals. And she was kind of envious of all the others. You know, they have clear goals and something they want to do. And Historia is just there at the moment, just a pawn in all of this. And I get it's probably not a nice thing to just be a pawn and don't really have any agency whatsoever, or anything that she wants besides maybe finding Ymir again at some point. And then Eren, I guess he tried to say some encouraging words to her. It's just maybe not the best way to do it, but I think like she got the gist of it as well. So he was doing his best. And man, poor Armin. Fuck. Damn. Like, I feel bad for Sean doing the body double thing again, of course, but Armin. Oh, that was nasty. The way that guy was just groping him.
Yeah, that was actually straight out triggering for me to see. So
yeah, they don't shy away from horribleness.
No, and they have shown us multiple times, so it's not like I'm surprised. But
no, it can still be tough to watch shit like that. But do you have anything else you wanna add to it?
I think we go through most, if not all.
Yeah, I think so as well. It's just some excitement mixed with confusion, and then wanting to articulate all of our thoughts. And it I don't know. I'm sorry if the discussion ended up like it was all over the place.
Yeah, this episode was all over the place.
True. So. It's the same style or same spirit as the episode. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of Attack on Titan Season 3 Episode 1. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.